Hello everybody, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video slash stream. In this, we are going to go ahead and take a look at all of the new stuff that just got data downloaded for the game. So we're going to go ahead and go over this, and I'm not going to be in the comments a whole lot in the beginning right now. I know I'm streaming and whatnot, but I'm not going to be in the comments until I am done going over the entire breakdown. So I do hope that you guys enjoy today's video if you guys are new. Yeah, as you can see, we are taking a look at the full power category currently. So first I want to start off by going over this, and then we'll go over all of the units and stuff like that, and we'll deal with the translations, etc, etc. So first and foremost, Kaioken Goku. We have the Cell variants, which is pretty cool as well. We have the Gohan variants. I enjoy that. All the Golden Friezas. So what is this? Is it really just kind of like everybody's strongest form? Is that? Nah, there's not enough cards here for that, but it's kind of like that, I guess. We have the Super Trunkses, probably the Super Vegetas down there, SS3 Gokus, and the LR variant. It's a lot easier to take a look at this in game, actually, just to sort it and all that. But we also have Kales, Keflas, Caulifla, Broly's, Golden Frieza at the bottom, Angel, Full Power Frieza. He had to be in there. He's definitely had to be in there. And we have the Pure Vegeta down here, too. Okay, all right. It's a pretty good category. I'm assuming it's a 130 though. Let's just double check real quick before I even get into it. It's a 150, huh? It's 150. It is 150 to all. I thought so. I could tell because this guy was 120. All right. Shout out to that art though. I want to start off by saying that. Shout out to that man's art. But this category, let me know your thoughts in the comments as far as this is concerned. We have the LR Bojack in here too. Okay, I like it. Omega is actually here too. So for the guys that are asking about like this unit and the categories he'd be available on, give it a chance, or give me a moment, excuse me, and we'll get back to that. Hey, thanks for the $5 dono. I appreciate it. So here's the full data download. This stuff is coming out in 2 days' time, basically, guys. So stay tuned for that. 2 days' time, this stuff will come out. We're going to go over a 18. We're going over Cell variants. We have an LR Metacooler core. So that is interesting. There has been speculation as to whether or not they were actually like going to go ahead and kind of start filling in those units that we said we wanted via the election so long ago, and they have for the most part been able to do that so far, so that's pretty awesome. But to begin, let's go ahead and start off by taking a look at 18 here. Energy of the Force attribute 2, so she's a STR leader, 2 key and 30% of the stats. She's doing supreme damage, and 1 turn allies get 30% attack increase for 1 turn when she launches her super. After receiving its own, defense 70% up, and attack of 3 turns, attack 70% up. So I'm believing this is saying after she gets hit, her defense and attack go up for 70% for 3 turns. But in fact, just so I don't have to deal with the Google Translate, I should actually just kind of pull up the Reddit and not even have to deal with it, to be honest. Just not even going to deal with it. I could. You guys know I've done it before, but it's just so much faster if I just pull up the full translations. I actually had them open, but I guess I just didn't anymore. So this is all I'm talking about. Going to take a while for the missions. Oh, I see. There's a new item. Item to choose the free SSR. What is it? Strip of wishes. Okay, cool. Any translations, or do I have to actually do it myself? There is some, but looks like I'll be doing it myself. I guess I should have waited a little bit. I just didn't really have the time. So yeah, Android 17, or excuse me, 18. That is how she breaks down. Links are Android twins, which is this link for only her and her brother. That's 2 key link. Calm Judgment. Permanent Energy Furnace? What? Infinite Energy? Is that what that is? Battlefield Diva, and then GT. So that's how she breaks down otherwise. After receiving its own, defense 70% up, an attack of 3 turn. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what that is. When she gets hit, those stats go up. Either way, she's inconsequential, and a few things that are happening is we are going to get units that are going to be free to play on the actual banners. Well, not free to play on the banners, but free to play on the actual event, because there is an event that comes out coinciding with this as well, and we are going to get the units that are going to be on the banners. It seems like she's going to be one of those ones. Yeah, she's probably one of the free to play ones. Yeah, she's definitely free to play. Those stats are too low. Okay. I was like, yeah, there's no way. And, oh, snap, we instantly jump into the big man. I guess, it makes sense because I did it in this order. So, orb stats, right? First and foremost, 17k is insane. That's a really high attack stat. Full power category gets 3 key, and super tech types. So he's like Bardock. He has that secondary leader skill that offers a very strong increase to super. Well, Bardock has super int, but this guy has super tech. Ryuken, the Dragon Fist. Okay. Other party to give the Transcendent, so immense damage and reduces the defense ultra significantly. So greatly reduces defense. Basically like every other Dragon Fist I think in the game right now. Attack plus 100%. Which is what I broke him down in a video and I was like, watch him be an attack and defense bond type of unit, right? And it looks like he actually kind of is. Attack plus 100%. And above further attack and defense up remaining HP is large. So the more HP you have, he gets an additional attack and defense boost up to 70% of its own, and enemy death blow to disable a medium probability. So he has a medium chance to seal the enemy super attack, it looks like. Fight back with ultra overwhelming power. Oh, so it looks like he has the chance to counter, actually. Never mind. So he has a chance to counter. Was I right? Attack and attack plus 100% up. The more HP, more attack and defense, maximum of 70%, which is what I said. Medium chance of countering the enemy's super attack with ultra enormous power. So yeah, that's basically what I said. I got it wrong with seal, but then instantly changed it. Okay. First and foremost, I like that it's the more HP you have. I like that because that means he's instantly, first time you see him for the most part, he's going to have 170 attack. So that's cool. He has a defensive boost via percentage as opposed to via percentage and some combination of that and mitigation, which would have, of course, been better, right? But I'll take it. 70% is modest enough to be good. So I will take it. I think that's pretty awesome. And not to mention a medium chance of countering the enemy super attack with ultra enormous power. So what ultimately happens here is units typically, when they get a percentage-based increase on the passive and have no ability to mitigate and stuff like that, like, you know, reducing the damage incoming by like a percentage, they wind up getting hit really hard, basically, from super attacks. So he has a little bit of insurance from that, and he's able to combat that a little bit because of the fact that he can potentially, anyways, counter those hits. So that's cool. I think he's awesome, but he's definitely what I expected, right? He's definitely what I expected in that he's not crazy OP, and I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. But I do like the leader skill because it could have been easily a 130 and 170 split as opposed to the 170 and 130 split that a lot of us would rather prefer. But I will always take a 150 split. And then, of course, adding viability for super tech types, that opens the door for a lot of units. You might see the Tech TN be really, really good on this guy's full power team, despite not technically being in that category, but being able to utilize that secondary leader skill. The links are Super Saiyan, Saiyan Warrior Race, I guess, because Saiyan Warrior Race. 700 attack is so OP, right? Shocking Speed, GT, Prepare for Battle, Fierce Battle, and Saiyan Roar. One thing I want to double check, actually, now that I get back to it, I need to see if SS4 Goku is in this category. He probably isn't. They probably went out of their way to make sure he is not in this category, and it sure looks like they did that. Okay, so that won't be a thing, and unfortunately, this guy doesn't really have an inbuilt buddy that he can run with him at all times that's as good. There are going to be some units in here. I'd have to sit down and think about it and look at it, but there's not a buddy for this guy that's as good as the STR combination of SS4 Goku alongside, the SS3 Goku. But if you were to run like Pure Saiyans or Heroes or whatever, where you can put this guy alongside either of those two units, I guess it would be better alongside the SS3 Goku, the GT one. But if you were to put him alongside them, he'd be insanely good. But overall, he's really good. He's a unit that doesn't utilize the transformation mechanics, so they had to kind of give him a lot of that on the surface, as opposed to some of these other units like Vegeta that pick up different mechanics post-transformation. So I like him. I like him a lot. Again, I'll never tell you that he's OP, because I don't think he is, but at least in relation to what we've gotten recently anyway, he's about right there with the future Gohan, the Vegeta, the Jiren, those units. They're all basically equivalent in my book. By the way, I'll have a video going up tomorrow about Oob. Now, that video is kind of invalidated, but I'll still kind of upload it. Just going to put that out there. So let's get back onto our list. By the way, that art is amazing. Like I said, that art is A1, man. Oh, my gosh. Guys, if you're new, of course, hit that subscribe button. I do see that we have over 2,000 people live right now. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I'm not in the comments right now. Like I said, I wouldn't be. I'm just trying to fight with Google Translate for the most part. We did get a couple of donos in there as well. I appreciate it. Nani free meta cooler. Yeah, we'll get to that in a moment. Right now we have an AGL Hellfighter 17, and it looks like he's another one of those free-to-play units. Yep, that 3,000 attack boost. Yeah, that's what he is. So AGL types get 2 key and 30% of their stats. Supreme damage and reduces attack. Avoid the enemy's attack, so he has a high chance to dodge. And then warm up of to coalescence. What? See, I can deal with Google Translate if it's not saying stuff like this. That doesn't even make any sense. The warm-up of the coalescence. I can't even give you an educated guess on what that says. All I can tell you is that he high dodges right there. Let me see if there's any more translations, though. Because that, I can deal with translate. I just can't deal with that. Oh, hey, there's a few more popping in. So we already took a look at 18 earlier. Defense plus 70%. After attacked, she gets the attack increase. Okay, so it's not both. She gets the defense naturally, so that makes more sense to me. I was like, that's kind of weird. But we already went over her earlier. But yeah, I couldn't even tell you what that 17-second part is. We'll double check when we are done otherwise. But again, they're inconsequential. They're not very important. I'm very excited for these guys. Are they going to be good or are they free to play? I mean, not that free to play can't be good. And I like that we're getting a lot more units. And of course, not going to be great, I guess. So we have Frieza here. Int types, get 2 key and 30%. Supreme damage, the other party. Stuns, a medium chance to stun, okay. After the death of the physical body, he gets 2 key, ally of the electrode system. So, attack and defense plus 25% and damage. Oh, this unit is really good. This unit is really good. If I'm reading this correctly, which I think I am, of course, this unit is a support unit, and he offers extreme type allies, 2 key, and 25% attack and defense. And he reduces incoming damage by 30%. This unit is really good. See, like, I talked about it previously. We got a $10 dono in there. I'm sorry, I'm not really looking, but sorry, I just posted when this is getting put up. When this is getting put out. This comes out in 2 days. Thank you for the dono, though. 2 days and 2 hours. So I talked about this in the video about, like, it was a separate video, but I was talking about the free-to-play World Tournament sell, and I was like, yeah, well, if you're going to make a free-to-play unit, the best way you can make them, honestly, is to make them a support unit. Some people don't like them, but, you know, support units, but that's when they're at their best for the most part, because there's no real, and this unit has no real competition. There's no other unit in the game with this name. Final Form and GT in parentheses. There's no other unit. And also adding the ability to take damage. You know, this is something a lot of support units actually can't do. So this unit is one of the better units as far as that is concerned. Outright just in the game as a support unit, especially among the ones for the extreme class. So I like that. I like that a lot. Especially when I was like, yo, maybe he won't be that good because he's free to play. But let's see if Cell will let me down, though. He's the physical leader. They're all leaders of monocolors, basically. Okay. Death Blow given a super oversized damage to the opponent. So Supreme damage, nothing else. Allies, no, 2 of the ally electrode system. Wait, he's the same thing. What the heck? He's offering 2 key and 25%, and at the start of the turn, he gives you 7% HP recovery. What the heck did they just do with these two? And why did they shaft the GT 17 and 18? These two are really good. I like it. I like it a lot. And this cell has shocking speed. That's great. That is freaking great. Not that they need it. I mean, they have the 2 key links, and then they'd have the LR or the Rose, STR, or AGL, right? I like it. 7% recovery is pretty awesome. But if you had to ask me, I would say I'd take Frieza over him just because the damage reduction is OP, man. When in conjunction with orbs and, you know, that STR Rose offering 50% defense too on a villain team, that's too much, man. That's too good. Are these units... Oh, by the way, I should have covered this earlier. I know that it has been asked already, so forgive me. I know it's probably been asked several times. We have almost 3,000 people live. By the way, hit that subscribe button. The Goku is in a few other categories. I'm sorry. I totally should have went over that. Was Evil Ryuhen? What is this? What even is this category, Google? What are you going to take me there or... No? Okay. All right, Google. Thanks. Oh, no, it's not even that. You know what? People are breaking the freaking website. That's what it is. Guys, you're breaking the website. But Goku is in the Shadow Dragon Art category, but I was going to see if these other units were too, but I can't do that right now because you guys are breaking the site trying to check out the stuff I'm talking about today. Oh my gosh. Let me see if there's any more translations before we proceed. So yeah, here's the Frieza. Like I said, extreme type allies get 2 key and 25%. Yeah, for the most part, I can make out Google Translate, like I was saying, just because I'm too used to it by now. I still don't know what the heck this guy did, though, so we'll come back to that. But I like both of those units. Oh, snap! There's another one. I was just talking about how there isn't another one, but there is. That's right, there was another one. I forgot already that fast that there's also a new cell. That fast, guys. I'm too hyped. I'm too hyped to be doing this live, man. I don't do it live very often. I am too hyped, but I did want to go ahead and take a look at that category. I feel like it was this one. Yeah, it was this one. So he is in here. So now this category has access to a Goku, a Vegeta, and a Gogeta. So that also kind of like what I was talking about earlier. This unit will be able to have some really good buddies on this team because he can be alongside these two SS4s, primarily Vegeta, though, for Saiyan Roar. So he has that here. I was kind of talking about how he doesn't have it, but he has it here. So yeah. So forgive me because I was talking about that like, I don't know. My mind's all over the place. I'm too focused on this. I'm trying to translate, trying to manage 3,000 people. But yeah, we have this Frieza. He Dokkan Awakens. So that's how he comes out as a banner unit, actually. So this unit is summonable, right? These are his orb stats, plus 5,000. He's fully summonable, so I assume the cell is 2. So polar body attributes of the energy 2 and 90%. So that's pretty cool. Looks like he's doing AGL and physical. I think that's what that means, polar body. I think that's what that means. We'll double check that later. But either way, 2 key 90% is a very solid leader skill. Their own case, attack and defense 90. Oh, now these ones are going to get more complicated. Their own case, attack and defense 80% up, and attack to the other party of the death blows sealed state. Further attack 100% up. Attack on all attributes in effect preeminent. Boy, is that a lot to kind of consider. Also, I want to point out this unit's getting rebirth, by the way. So they're Dokkan Awakening from the story event. Okay, their own case, attack and defense 80% up. So it looks like this unit picks up 80% attack and defense naturally. And attack to the other party of the death blow sealed state. So if he's hitting a unit that is sealed, super attack sealed, he gets an additional 100% attack up. Attack on all of those attributes in effect preeminent. That last part makes no sense to me, but again, I'm sure there'll be some translations we'll go back over and kind of compare notes, basically. So all in all, I'm liking all the Frieza support, to be honest. I'm liking all the new Friezas, but Renzi, there needs to be a category button to see like which units are in what categories next. If you're watching, man, we need that next. We need that next, so I don't have to kind of go back and forth and purposely go through the list. But as far as that is concerned, are these units in the Resurrected Warriors category? That's what I really care about. Golden Frieza's at the bottom. No, they're not. It doesn't look like it anyway. See, the thing is, if they're not in categories, it's kind of like a moot point. I mean, they're good. That Frieza was good. Although you can't really seal that much anymore, but he's good. But if they're not going to be in the categories... That's Giant. This is Ginyu Force. Movie bosses. Nah, Frieza wouldn't be in there. Pure Saiyans, Namek, Future Code. Nah, he's not in the category, it looks like. On first analysis, anyway. Without me going through it a few times. Anyways, though, let's get over to Cell. I like the opposing art, by the way. That looks really nice. Shout out for the opposing art, man. Guys, drop a like for the opposing art. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at Cell Gokuichi. Or Gokuchi. Wow, pause. Attributed the energy 2 and 90% of the stats. Their own attack, 80%. So he has the same part. He gets 80% attack and defense. And case attack to the other party of stun state. So if they're stunned, he hits an ally that's stunned, or an enemy that's stunned. He gets it. So he has the same passive. It's just it switches from sealed to stunned. That's easy enough. Again, picking up that rebirth. But it's not that bad. Rebirth isn't bad on the unit that can pick up 180 attack. This is freaking Jesus, man. But again, these things are not things you can really do that much anymore, which is what I was talking about a moment ago. These are things you can't really do as much or as readily as you used to be able to. So there's that. And I think we're about to get to the cooler. A lot of people were asking. The last summonable unit, guys, is this Goku. He is from the banner art as well. He will be Monkey King. He will be farmable too. So he's farmable via the Tech Goku. So that's pretty awesome as well. I believe it would be a 50% chance, yeah. Energy of the super power attributes. So super STR types, I believe, is what it's saying here. 2 key and 90% to HP attack and defense. That's these leader skills are getting really good on these units, man. They're getting actually really good on these units. I mean, they're not like OP, but they're getting pretty freaking good. Ryuken, he's doing the Dragon Fist as well. We're about to enter a Dragon Fist meta, man. I'll just be able to just do a full Dragon Fist team. Greatly reduces the enemy's defense as well. He does immense damage, by the way, it looks like. Energy when the death blow triggered. When attack 120% up, defense up 30%, and enemy is one body plus 3. Energy when the death blow triggers. So when he launches a super, he gets 120% attack. And when he's facing one enemy, he gets 3 ki and 30% defense is what it looks like. And he picks up Rebirth. Why couldn't at least this Goku Dokkan Awaken through the SS4 Goku event? Why does he have to pick up Rebirth? 120, man. Prepare for battle, GT. Experienced fighters. Saiyan Warrior Race. Saiyan Lineage and Sun Family. I guess. He's also farmable through the Goku that would be in the Bob Shop sometimes for exchange. I guess. He's good. I probably am more excited for the other two villains we just covered, but he's pretty good. Let's go back and see if there was any more translations. And we do know that we have translations for Meta Cooler anyway, so we have to be here. So, SSR Frieza, and then we have Cell. He's working on physical Frieza right there. So we kind of already went over all that. Did he do Android 17 yet? Nah, no Android 17 yet. That one is the only one that was, like, difficult to understand. And then lastly, guys, here we go. Energy of Electrode. So he's got the LR Vegito Blue Leader skill, except for villains. Okay, all right, I feel it. 70% for extreme villains, extreme class, and 3 ki. Okay, so the other party to the super maximum damage in 1 turn electrode system. So he's doing colossal damage, and then the the allies get 30% attack increase when he launches the super. But I can pull that up better down here. His 18 ki super maximum damage, 18 plus. So this is super colossal, and 1 turn extreme allies get 30% attack increase, and then the 12 ki super is colossal damage and greatly reduces defense. So Nightmare Horde, about remaining HP is often attack and defense up. It looks like the more HP remaining, we can actually kind of just see this over here though. So the passive is the more HP, yeah, I was right, more attack and defense with a maximum of 90%. They're really falling in love with this mechanic, aren't they? They are really falling in love with that mechanic, like lately on these units, man. Attack up to 2 times with high probability. Rare chance of launching a super attack. So he can launch up to 2 additional attacks is what it looks like. I'll go back and try to look at my Google Translate thingy. Now, he can launch up 2. He's not guaranteed that second and third attack like a lot of units are. But he has a high chance to launch them. And then from there, those attacks have a rare chance of launching a super attack. So he's a unit that can launch 4 attacks in a turn with the potential system investment. You would totally want to go full crit with this guy too, because he's launching too many attacks. This unit is actually really freaking good. This unit is really freaking good. I am excited for this unit. He's 99 cost, by the way, guys. I'm not looking at the comments yet, but he's totally free to play. He's 99 cost. He's totally free to play. So that's pretty awesome. I don't know how we're going to get him, but I'm excited for that. Links are Big Bad Bosses, Shocking Speed, Strongest Clan in Space, Auto Regeneration, Nightmare, Fear and Faith, and Legendary Power. It's got basically the exact same links as Meta Cooler. This is Meta Cooler Army. I called it Core, but I guess it's the same thing, right? Okay. That's an interesting batch of units. So the free-to-play units were the GT 17, 18, and then the Frieza and Cell. The Frieza and Cell, I think, are really, really good. 17 and 18 are kind of meh, but I guess, you know, meh. 18 will probably be available in the Peachy Peachy Girls category if you were looking for another unit for that team for whatever reason. 17 is just kind of there. I mean, like, I couldn't really break down the second part of his passive. He's a dodger that has the warm-up. He warms up to dodging, folks. Otherwise, he's totally inconsequential. Like, he's probably the worst unit that I went over today, to be honest. Just because he doesn't even get an attack and defense boost of any sort. Otherwise, these two units were actually really, really good. The Frieza here, Actually, he's just now starting to take a look at that, but I'm pretty certain I got the breakdown right for those units. Oh, wait. Frieza has, what is that, Prodigies? Was that Prodigies in the first link slot? Or was that actually Genius? No, it's, okay, Prodigies is a synonym. Okay. I was like, wait, what am I looking at? Universe's most malevolent, shocking speed, strongest clan, nightmare. Yeah, they all have really good links as well. So one last double check to see if any more translations did pop up. Attack and defense, 80% up. If enemy is sealed, add 100% attack and deal super effective damage. Oh, snap! That last part. Yo, that was the part I couldn't make out. I didn't know what this last part was. Because that last part was weird. Okay, so now I understand why they're so freaking good. Because I was looking at, and Cell gets the same thing, by the way. I was looking at them like, okay, I can break down all of this except for that last part. But what winds up happening is if the enemy is sealed, he's getting 180 attack and super effective. He's getting the Gogeta mechanic. These are the first units, I think, in the game that are not Super Gogeta that got this mechanic. Wow, okay. That is wild. Okay. I don't even know what to say, man. That's pretty crazy. That's freaking insane. That is insane. Okay. And of course, the same thing for Cell, except he needs to be stunning them. Or they need to be stunned. And the issue with this is, like I said earlier, I'm not going to try to like repeat it too much, but it is something we need to be aware of, is that you can't do that to these units very often. So, all right, these units went up on my list. Now I understand why they got Rebirth. But I also, they're making them get Rebirth because they want people to play their stupid event, but still. All right, guys. I'm open for questions. Let's go ahead and check out the comments. I haven't been in there this whole time. I know I got some donos and stuff, but we're back. Baze Bongal's about to get banned from the channel. Thank you, Gibran, for the mods. Just go ahead and ban him, bro. All right. Frieza has the Gogeta effect. Yeah, Gogeta's effect of super effectiveness. Cell and Frieza both pick it up. Attack of all attributes and effect preeminent. That's why I was like, what the hell, Google? What are you talking about? That applies to both. And the enemy needs to be stunned, and he does increased damage and super effective. Frieza, they need to be sealed. It's just, you know, you can't really do that much anymore on these last stages of events. But it's really good early event. Unless I guess it's Jiren, because his, I think, kicks in pretty early. When are they dropping? 2 days. Gogeta shafted. SSJ4 super attack is godly. I'm not going to go over super attacks. I never really do. What does Goku do? Here, feel free to read it. I already went over it, but feel free to read it. It'll be right on the screen, bro. In a couple of days, they come out. What's up, cuties? Will Baba items count as sealed? That's a good question. It gives them... No, it doesn't give them the same icon. It gives them a little icon that's like teardrops or whatever. So, no, it shouldn't count. Anyone want to see the... Which unit is going to be free to play? There's a 17 and 18, a Frieza, and a Cell that are free to play. These units right here. These two units, they're both support units. They're both really good, actually. And then these two are, which, there's the Goku there. And here's 18. So 18, 17, and these two are all free to play. Cooler is literally Tech Vegito Blue, but without the attack boost. Sorta. Vegito Blue has self-sufficiency, and I don't think he rolls off... Oh, Tech Vegito Blue. Yeah, I was thinking about STR. Yeah, he's pretty much him. Without the repeated attack increase, yeah. Now UI Goku in the category. No, it doesn't look like it. It didn't look like it. We'll go back to full power as well. It didn't look like it. Nah, he's not in here. This is a weird category. I can't really discern what this category is based on. It just kind of looks like a random assortment of units to me, but I guess. It just kind of looks like it's there. I mean, you got controlled Kale, no Berserk Kale. Does that mean that these are characters that have mastered their new power? If that's the case, then why is this Golden Frieza in here? Because he hadn't mastered the Golden form yet. I don't know. You know, we have the buff Trunkses and Vegetas in here, and we have this Vegeta, but we don't have the other blue Vegetas, I don't think. And there's a lot kind of here, but also missing. I couldn't tell you, man. How are you? I'm good, man. Cell has to stun to hit like Gogeta. Frieza has to seal to... Yeah, that's what I said. I literally said that like a handful of times. Yeah, that has to be done. That has to be done. The enemy has to be sealed or has to be stunned in order for them to do increased damage. But here's the interesting thing about that. The interesting thing is there's some pairing here that I didn't mention, so you probably didn't notice, right? But they are able to, if enemy is sealed. So here's the deal. Frieza stuns, but he wants you to have the enemy sealed. But they're inversed, so they're meant to be used together technically, right? So this one seals, but wants the enemy to be stunned in order to get that secondary part of his passive. And the funny thing is, you can even take it a step further, because what really happens is it happens with these units as well. So even if you don't have the new unit, the summonable one, or you don't have both of the summonable ones technically, or whatever, you could still use the free-to-play version as a replacement, because Frieza is stunning. He's a fun, stunning guy, right? And then he's also int type to be used with the Cell. They're both extreme int capable, and they would work together. That's how this is breaking down. That's pretty interesting thought process and creation from Bandai. This one wants you to be stunned. This one is over here stunning the enemy. This one wants you to be sealed. The summonable Frieza wants you to be sealed, but the free-to-play Cell actually can seal the enemy. And he also has a support passive to boot. So that, I'd argue, is probably the better pairing than the actual summonable pairing between the two. The free-to-play one and the summonable one is probably a better pairing, especially because, again, they're capable to be used on teams together. And the interesting thing about these two physical ones, the free-to-play Cell physical and the summonable Frieza physical, is that the team that they would be put on, they're both very good units for those teams. I mean, if you look at Extreme Physical as a makeup, you have Cooler as a leader, you have Omega Shenron, that shocking speed integration there. Both of these units have that. Cell also is a very good support unit. There are not enough of those. You know, there's a few of them, right? Also, most notably, the 40% support, and you're good to go from there. And then, of course, you have this Frieza, who'd be able to trigger a lot of these links with the Easy A Frieza as well. Universe's most malevolent. Prodigies, I believe he should have as well. Strongest clan in space would be either triggerable with the Easy A or with the Cooler. You know, there's a lot of integration. I think they did a great job with specifically with the physical types. I can't really talk much about 18 or 17 because I really just don't think they're very good, especially 17, which I don't think has a translation yet. But like I said, that's very good design for Bandai right there. So I really do appreciate it. Excuse me, appreciate that. So what is the Gogeta effect? Super effective against enemies. Are all these units in the banner? No. There's a summonable Cell, there's a summonable Frieza, there's a summonable Goku. I'll go over them one more time. This is a free-to-play unit right here, the LR. Summonable Goku, summonable Cell, summonable Frieza, and then, of course, summonable SS4 Goku. So that's how that breaks down. My real father is Daddy Free, not Piccolo. Chill, Gohan, chill. At least the new Goku has high stats. Yeah, he does. I don't think the new Goku is like crazy OP good. Like, I think he's, of course, here's the deal. He is literally, like, this unit is literally SS4 Goku. He is literally STR SS4 Goku, and I didn't realize it when I went over him. And that's kind of why I was like, wait, this kind of looks too similar to me. I didn't say it out loud, but I thought about it, right? Because here's the deal. Let me pull this up. This unit is literally Goku SS4 regular, which I don't think is a bad thing, but the breakdown is this one gets 150, right? And he has a medium chance to counter the enemy's super attack with ultra overwhelming power. That's all he does. So, and he also raises his defense, which actually helps him out a lot. This Goku greatly reduces the enemy's defense with the Ryuken, the Dragon Fist. Only picks up 100 naturally, but when HP is higher, he gets up to 70% more attack and defense. So like on turn 1, instantly, first turn of the battle, he'll already have that additional 70%. So that's very good outright, right? He doesn't have to wait for the defense like this one does. And he also has technically a higher passive cap, although if he gets hit a couple times, he's not going to be getting as high of an attack stat as this Goku naturally would. So there's another comparison. And then otherwise, he has a medium chance to counter with ultra overwhelming power, which is what this unit has as well. So they're honestly, if I'm being 100% honest, they're insanely similar. But that, again, that's not a bad thing because they do that all the time with the retreads of units. If we take a look at the Rose units, they're literally the same unit except STR. But I do want to see if there was any translation for that stupid 17. That passive was so insanely weird. There it is. There it is. High chance to... Oh, that's it. There was nothing else. What? Okay, cool. He's literally only a dodger. Okay. 17 is just so trash, huh? Okay, cool. Yeah, thanks, 17. Anyways, guys, I appreciate all the support, man. Seriously, over 3,000 people live. We broke over 3K. That's the first time I've had a stream that big in a few months here. So, again, if you guys are new, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. Finally, a Roshi category, eventually. Full power category seems meh. Yeah, it's not that great, to be honest. It's good, but it's not, like, crazy OP. You could run an entirely free-to-play all-meta cooler team. You can, actually, because you can get those meta coolers from the event, and they're all different types, and they can be used on the team together. It's freaking weird, but yeah, you can actually, because they're villain leads. You can. I'm gonna do it next time that event comes back. I'm doing it. I bet that he Dokkan awakens through one of those cooler events too. So I'm doing it for sure. Oh yeah, that's true. The cooler showed his 18 key super because you can't do that unless you do it on the event. Good point. UI Goku's not on the category. Finally, yep. Older cooler is the Int One's Awakening. He's not. He's free to play, bro. He's 99 cost. He's not an awakening of that unit. It looks like there is no previous form, which is interesting. So when it came to Vegito Blue, there was. I would be more inclined on that point. I would be more inclined if he wasn't 99 cost first and foremost, and maybe he could be the Int One's Awakening. But I don't think so, because that would be the first time I think they've ever taken an old unit and made it into an LR. Also, it should show right here on this corner as the previous form, which there is nothing like that. So the last time we got a unit like that was the Ginyu Force, the LR Ginyu Force. That unit did not have any sort of previous form or anything. Like, if we go ahead and take a look at the LR cards really quick before we get out of here, you can see that every other free-to-play one, except for the Ginyu Force and that Goku, have a previous form, of course, because they come out naturally as LRs already. And this unit has a previous form because, again, you get it from the Baba Shop or whatever, and you get them up there. But this unit doesn't. So, probably a mission reward, maybe? Like this one? I don't know. Just speculation. Probably a mission reward or something like that. Maybe exchangeable in the Baba Shop. It's going to piss me off, though. And then, of course, this guy, he's the same way. It's going to piss me off, though, because these guys coming out without any way to really farm them is actually really annoying. But, yes, that is it, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed what you saw today, especially that SS4 Goku animation. Subscribe if you are new. Thank you for the continued support. I will catch you all in the next one. Have an awesome day. Thank you for the donos. I'm sorry if I missed any. Very, very hectic stream trying to manage, but I like it. I appreciate it. Anyways, guys, take it easy.